Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Sun Devils will put total leather and we'll get started. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Off to the races to the right. The inside. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
The dream start for this offense. You get the ball on the 25, and you go 75 yards, play one. Everybody excited, everybody confident, everybody jacked up. That's the way you start a football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Sun Devils are in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Oh, out of space. Just like that. A huge gain, and they got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Man, on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Using the quick game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
showing play action. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, here's an interesting decision. It's early in the game. Do you want to be aggressive and try to seize momentum and go for this? Or do you just take the field goal and take the points?
Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Reed. Steps away to find some room. Trying to escape and get it himself. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football, you can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another 1st down, 1st and 10 again.
He's got the tight end, and that's a live ball. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Man, those are backbreakers.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Caught in the backfield, it's Craver. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
He has the 1st and still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know, they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback on the keeper. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They've run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. The throw to the outside is complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Here's the handoff. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Aggie! They'll try to add another to their lead.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And he puts through the extra point. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to throw, it's Levin. Here's a heat. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On third down, going up top. Pulls it in. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's got an open man. Touchdown, Arizona State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Moss. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Rides to back and leaves it. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Running to Green. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
On the move. There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Just adds adds another dimension to this offense, and the Aggies have had quarterbacks who can run over the years.
Yeah, quarterbacks that can run, and I think about those guys, too. I think about run, I think about tempo, I think about scrambling around, making plays, just having that dude at the QB spot.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the...
He caught it! They will score! Touchdown, Aggies!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Quickly to the tight end. He's loose. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Pulls it and fires to the left. The Sun Devils get enough for the first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
Caught over the middle. It's McClain. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Catch in the middle. It's Concepcion. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Texas A&M going quickly. To the air, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Using his legs, it's Moss. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass, it's Levin. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down. And the Sun Devils will line up to punt it away.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Defense playing a bail technique. Dumps it to the back. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And what a great job by the defense getting the turnover, but also giving their team an opportunity to kick a field goal here now with just seconds to go in the half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. They're going to test the right side with this one. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Levin. Finds his man, it's Tyson. There he goes!
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle, it's McClain. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Arizona State. Once he got some room, it was over. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They'll go to the air. He's into the end zone. Two-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guys bet...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football. Be physical. Get a big game.
At the 35, he's loose. It's a seam wide open. Big time run on that one as he goes out of bounds right at the 10.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football on the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back making something happen, getting the ball all the way down the field, now set up on first and goal.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Now on the move. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running it to the right. Finds a little space. It's a running room. Cody ruins the big gator with a fumble. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Toss sweep to the right. Slithers into space. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggie! Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
This time it's complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to throw, it's Levin. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. The Sun Devils will move the sticks.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Gonna look downfield again. He fires one deep over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. This time on target. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll pull it down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The pull and throw off the RPO. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Got it in the middle. It's McClain. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to buy time. Going to try to get it himself. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Good enough for a first down. That's the end of the third quarter. Texas A&M 42, Arizona State 28.
So first down will open up the final period. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Snagged out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. The give out of the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Looking to the end zone. Makes the catch. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Max going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back and keep that momentum going.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. RPO complete to open the drive. Running through contact. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run now.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it! Slippery slide! Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll start this drive going to the air. Buys a little time. Jukes his way for more. Took care of it himself. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You've got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Back to pass, it's Levitt. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
The clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Aggies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll run play action. Fires to the tight end. Got enough space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggie.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to change this route. Looking to pass. It's Levitt. He's going up top here late in the game. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. That's caught. It's Tyson. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Arizona State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Here comes the two-point try. From the gun. Floating away. He's got it in the end zone for the two as they draw a little closer.
And it's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice two-point conversion.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better?